Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I said another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. Orderly, as you can tell by that thumbnail, it's unfortunate, man, but it happens. Breaking news. You know, the rapper Money Sign Suede has been killed in prison. You know, and I seen something like this coming. And this is a message and a warning to Swifty Blue as well, you know. When you're out there making noise, when you're out there that man, and I'm not saying this is what led up to his death because I don't know exactly why or how it happened other than he was killed in prison. It's a very unfortunate thing. Another rapper passes. And this time it's a Mexicano, a Chicano. You know, Money Sign Suede, you know, he is pretty popular. You know, found himself getting incarcerated time and time again. Now, I don't know what led up to his death, if it was because he had friction on the streets, if he owed money, if he was involved in certain things, politics, whatever the case may be, he's definitely passed away. And it's an unfortunate event in that he was so young and had so much talent and was coming up in the world. But it happens. You know, I said, and I say it every day, prison is a different animal than the streets. On the streets, you can wiggle, you can move differently, you can make moves, you got people around you, you got a crew, a team. When you get incarcerated, it's just you. You know, regardless if you're affiliated with a certain group or whatever, it's always gonna be just you. When you wake up in the morning and you roll that mattress and you bust down and you do those burpees and you go to breakfast and you have that cinnamon roll with the motherfucking oatmeal on top with the peanut butter, whatever you do, that is just you. You always have to worry about your safety and security and what's going on around you. You always have to stay aware. Your antennas need to be on function at all times. Now, when you're dealing and affiliated with anybody while incarcerated, their problems and their issues become your issues. And if you have issues within your own people, homes, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to survive that. It's an obstacle when you go to prison. It's definitely something totally different than you've ever experienced on the streets. And anyone who's been incarcerated and done a lot of time knows that. You have to move differently. Now, I don't know what led up to his death, but it's definitely a fact that unfortunately he has passed away. Someone so talented and had so much aspirations to be on a higher level comes up short. You know, and it's the same old love song. It's on repeat, Holmes. How many rappers do we have to lose? How many of these people that affiliate themselves with gangster rap or put on this personification of being that one come up on the short end of the stick? It's almost like an 80% chance you're going to get killed before it's your time, or maybe it is your time to get killed. You just don't know it yet, right? Now, the same thing happens with Swifty Blue. He's out here running his mouth, constantly getting involved in altercations or bevel with different rappers, different people. He's gang. He's that one, right? And what happens? When you get incarcerated, none of that matters anymore. What you did on the streets, who you thought you were, is not who you are in there. See, there's a higher power, Holmes. There's going to be people that you have to answer to and things that you have to do that you necessarily wouldn't do on the streets. You have to rock a certain way. You're going to be subservient to that one. And if you're not, Holmes, then you're going to get served by that one. And that's just the way it is. Now, unfortunately, this man passed in prison. So that only could be make me believe that he got caught up in something or he was targeted for one reason or another. Now, I don't know exactly who he was hanging with. I don't know what he was affiliating with or part of, but he definitely was from Southern California. And one thing I know about the group in Southern California is they move differently, Holmes. You know, they're considered one of the most vicious groups while incarcerated, with numbers as well as respect and power. It's just the way it is, Holmes. That's the way it's always been, and that's the way they do it moving forward. Now, I'm not going to say his death is a direct result of being targeted or hit or whatever the case may be, but he definitely was killed. Now, you ask yourself, as a younger aspiring rapper, as a young entrepreneur, you know, how you can stay away from that. And the only way to stay away from that is have a good head on your shoulders and be humble and treat everybody with respect. That's it. Respect goes a long ways in and out of those walls. Okay, out here, you know, when you carry yourself, you're flamboyant, you're on the internet, you're all in social media, woofing, talking shit, causing problems, homes. It's not make-believe. None of this is make-believe. This is a real person behind a real camera saying real things, okay? And everything you say, if you're that one, people are watching and they're hearing what you got to say. They might not take it the way you take it. There's a lot of people that don't like what I have to say or don't take things the way I see them because I have my own perspective. They have their own, but that's just the fucking way it is, right? You definitely have to understand and decide that, and understand and know that what you say is seen by millions of people, and everyone's going to have their opinion on it and feel how they feel. Now, when this guy got incarcerated, this wasn't his first go around. This wasn't his first time in the merry-go-round. Let me spin. Let's say it wasn't that. He had been incarcerated as a youngster a couple times, you know, and I don't know if this was a direct result of maybe something he did on the streets. You got to understand, everybody has family. You touch one guy here, you do something, you know, to him bad, run up on him, robbery, assault, whatever the case may be. He might have a primo or a brother that's in a different position behind them walls that feels some type of way and is just waiting for you to get in there. Now, you're going to get your due process, your respect right off the bat just because you're a soldado and who you are. But that doesn't mean, Holmes, that they're not waiting for you anytime to slip up. Now, according to everything I've ever heard about this guy, he was a pretty, the figure or that he portrayed or the person that he portrayed was down for his. You know, a highly respectable individual, but a youngster all the same, and someone who didn't seem too laced in the game when it came to the politics of behind those walls. Now, I'm not going to say I know more than he did, because that's not the case. But one thing I do know, having been incarcerated from a young age, is that respect is a key factor when you're in there and looking around, Holmes, and paying attention. You know, now, if you've already made them mistakes while on the streets, Holmes, you have no choice but to go in there and to answer to the devil. You have no choice but to go in there and to stand your ground and do what you do. Now, this could have been, you know, a situation where it was the opposing side, the opposition. He could have got caught up in a melee. Could have been a riot. I don't know the exact details yet, other than he did succumb to his injuries and he is now dead. You know, Money Sign Suede, definitely, like I said, was a rapper who had good music. Wasn't very well known outside of the LA area, Southern California area, was more of a local rapper just getting on, but tended to be in them streets like that and get incarcerated over and over again. When you're in the streets in a real way, Holmes, understand and accept the fact that you're going to be behind them walls in a real way. And just like I've been saying, it wiggles different. It's totally different. It's a different planet in there. What goes on behind those walls and what takes place is furthest from what goes on the calles. But what goes on the calles definitely gets back to behind them walls with cell phones and things of that nature. And it will affect, you know, your status and your stance while in there. Now, to the hip hop people that are really involved in music and liked him as an artist and was a fan of his, it's unfortunate that another young one passes away. We had Nip, we had Slim 400, you know, we had Draco, we had XXX Extension, we had so many rappers, PNB Rock, and now we could add Money Sign Suede to the list of another unfortunate event, another rapper gone too soon. When will it stop? It don't stop. It just gets worse, and it's going to continue to get worse until the time comes when we look within our inner selves and realize, Holmes, everything we do is a direct result of the way we act, the way we carry ourselves. That's when you'll understand and you'll know, instead of making that left exit, to make that right. Now, I preach unity. I preach black and brown. I don't poison people, but I preach people, man. Gang banging is totally up to you. I did it for so many years, and I understand, Holmes. I'm not here to detour you from your path in life. I'm only here to tell you there's other options. If you're not built for that, if you're not built for tough, let's say you ride low like a Chevy, you might want to fucking low ride your ass up out the way, because there's people, there's monsters lurking behind them walls in the swamps, Holmes, that don't care who you think you are, how much money you got, what you have. Separate minds from yours, break bread, like Jesus said. They're going to need that, Holmes. And whatever the case may be, you are just a liability and just another body, Holmes. And the beat goes on. Hey, yes, can we go? You want to be my handball partner in program time? Let's go back to the yarda. You know, now to us, the people out here on the streets, we're looking at it like, wow, man, he was young. He was coming up. Was he? You know, if you're young, you don't act young-minded. You keep a correct stance, Holmes. You need an old soul. You need to be seasoned. You need to be educated. And it's totally up to us as adults, as grown men that have been incarcerated, or grown women, to teach our young kids the way so that they don't have to end up like this guy did. Money Sign Suede, he's gone at a young age. Is it unfortunate? Absolutely so. Is it real? Absolutely so. Dwell and think on that, gente. Dwell and think on that. You know, it happens in prison every day. I've seen so many tragedies, so many bodies, so many people come up short, so many people get hit and whacked for things merely as minute as stepping on someone's shoes or disrespecting someone, or someone taking it as disrespect because you're talking about your date and they have no date, so they come out to the yard and whack you because they're tired of hearing your fucking mouth. You know, I've seen things happen on several occasions that I thought, wow, I thought I'd never see that, but I did. But you keep your mouth shut and you keep on pushing, Holmes, unless you're or you'll be the next one. With that being said, money sign Suede passes away in prison, is killed, unfortunately. With that being said, move on, move smooth with a purpose, man. Get everything you want coming to you. And remember, at the end of the day, it happens, eh? It happens. Be aware and pay attention. With that being said, if you like this, hit that like and subscribe. If not, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's giving you the real and the breaking news that I can. This is the gun. Rest in peace, money sign Suede. Another one gone.